A creepy story about two suitcases bought at an auction by an ordinary family. And now we will find out what was inside. Save Store is a company that provides storage facilities for personal belongings in the suburbs of Auckland, New Zealand. They periodically hold online auctions for abandoned items, where anyone can purchase something left behind by their owners for some reason. During a regular online auction in the summer of 2022, a family from Auckland purchased several abandoned items in early August. Among the items were furniture, children's toys, household items, and two suitcases. However, when neighbors saw the family attempting to open one of the suitcases on the street, they suddenly recoiled, as if something had frightened them. This raised concern, and the family immediately contacted the police. Soon after, police officers and forensic experts arrived at their home. The news of something unusual happening near their house quickly spread through the city. Forensic experts in protective suits added an element of dread to the peaceful suburban street, while specialists prepared to open the suitcases. Journalists and local TV channels arrived at the scene, and people speculated about what those suitcases might conceal. The place immediately captured the public's attention, and everyone stood in anticipation, eager to find out what was inside. What do you think might be in those suitcases? The shock and astonishment were palpable when, upon opening the suitcases, decomposing remains of two children were discovered. It was later determined that these children, a boy and a girl, were born around 2009 and 2012. The police stated that the children had been dead for several years. The victims were of Korean descent, and their father had died of cancer in New Zealand at the end of 2017, before their disappearance. The children's mother, of New Zealand Korean origin, had moved to South Korea in 2018 and had not returned since. 4 days after the discovery of the bodies, the 42-year-old woman was arrested in South Korea and was suspected of being involved in the murder of her two children around 2018 in the Auckland area. It was revealed that she had arrived in South Korea after the crime and had been in hiding ever since. During her transportation, journalists asked the woman about the charges brought against her, to which she repeatedly responded, "I didn't do this." The Supreme Court of Seoul approved the woman's extradition after she provided written consent. She was accused of committing crimes against humanity. On November 29, 2022, South Korean authorities extradited the mother of the children. A few days later, she appeared before a district court in New Zealand, where she was remanded in custody. Her identity and the identities of the children were kept confidential as part of the ongoing investigation. On December 14, she did not plead guilty. Recent information indicates that the suitcases were moved between storage facilities a year before the discovery of the children's bodies. The report also mentioned that an informed source stated there were dead flies and rats in the storage, but there was no smell or evidence that would raise alarm. The family that purchased the suitcases had no connection to the children's deaths. The house where the two deceased children lived before their murder in 2018 was a simple brick house, not far from the storage where the bodies were found in the suitcases. Since the investigation is still in its early stages, the truth about what happened to the children and how they ended up in the suitcases remains to be revealed. Thank you for watching. Let's try to get 50 likes on the video, and the new episode will be released as soon as possible.